I am convinced that time is indeed a circle. Because every day I wake up, I feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. I'm reliving the same thing over and over and over again. Whether I'm on a search engine, whether I'm looking at different gaming websites, whether I'm on Twitter, whether I'm on Facebook, whether I'm on Instagram, whether I'm on YouTube, it's the same thing over and over and over again. New Nintendo Switch 2 news, new Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, Nintendo Switch 2 release date. This is when the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out. Brand new Nintendo Switch 2 information. And I'm just like, wow, I must be slacking on my job. You know, my finger used to be on the pulse of video game news, but evidently it's not anymore. The pulse has moved on to other people because they're the ones getting all of this crazy news. And you know, people can always make stuff that they want to make. They can make a video, they can write an article on a website. You could do whatever you want. But when it's the sort of same thing over and over again, and you're looking at where this quote unquote news is coming from, it's really just speculation. It's really just he said, she said stuff. And, you know, trying to find some common denominator between all these individual leaks. At the end of the day, we really don't know who these people are that are giving this information, but I feel like we've gotten to a point now with Nintendo Switch 2 related things where it's like people just want to hear what they want to hear. You know, if something sounds plausible to them, if something sounds, you know, okay, well, this could potentially happen, and this is what I would want to happen, then they gravitate towards that. They get excited for that. That's what they want to have become a reality because that's what they hear. And now it's like any little thing. Who is Nikki? Who is Nikki? I've never heard of Nikki before. Nikki has me blocked on Twitter, but I keep hearing about Nikki giving all these prophecies about Nintendo Switch 2, they're mass producing the system and stuff like that. And it's like, based on what? Why are you the only person who knows about this? Why are you the only person talking about this? A Nintendo Switch 2 development kit is over with you know, a Spanish Nintendo Switch developer. Why do they have it? Why are you the only person who knows about this? Why are you the only person that's talking about this? You don't have multiple sources talking about things like this. We talked about this on the Game and Talk podcast, the #1 Nintendo podcast in the world. It's currently up on the Spawncast Clips channel right now for everyone. But if you want to get early access to it, there will be a link in the description box down below to the official Spawncast Patreon. Give me money. Give me money. But this new thing, this is what I wanted to talk about today. I know I had a long-winded intro. I don't care because you have to set the stage for this. Because it's that crazy how things are just spiraling out of control. This is the Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit, okay? Probably one of the most popular Reddits for gaming information. Modern Vintage Gamer is actually banned from here because they used him as a source for a Banjo-Kazooie thing that never came to fruition. So they've done one good thing, okay? They've done one good thing by banning him. But you see all these stories, you see all these posts, okay? PlayStation Online co-op game, whatever. You look at the high-rated stuff. We're on the hot section right now, so this is the stuff that's brimming with information, whether it's upvotes or, you know, responses to it. I'm not a Redditor. I don't use forums, Family boards, Reset Era. They all hate me anyway, so why would I use them? But yeah, so you look here, you know, oh, Star Wars Jedi Survivor sequel, 454 upvotes. Jeff Grubb talking about Final Fantasy IX remake. He hasn't talked about it in weeks. Well, you're talking about it now, Jeffrey, because you're clarifying things. But then here at 209 upvotes. So people are believing this. People are listening to this. People feel that this is rooted in reality. Nintendo Switch Wonder from 4chan. Now, I'm one of the people who doesn't write off 4chan immediately because 4chan accurately had the entire Nintendo Switch presentation as far as what games are going to be on there. It was actually leaked on there. And that was something that's concrete, that 100% happened. So take that as you will, but anyone could post on 4chan. You make something that sounds pretty good. You make something that appeals to what people want to necessarily hear using things that you've heard from other people. You can make a pretty convincing case. So I'm not the original poster. I found this on 4chan. The Nintendo Switch Wonder is the name of the new Switch system to, I guess, coincide with Super Mario Wonder, which is the game, whatever. Nintendo Switch Wonder launch date, October 20th, 2023. Now we have the official release date, and people will make news stories and videos talking about this. $400 for a 64 gigabyte configuration, so you get absolutely no games on there. $500 for a 256 gigabyte configuration, plus Super Mario Wonder pack in game. I mean, like, that wouldn't be a terrible price. Super Mario Wonder will be Nintendo's first native 4K game on the Nintendo Switch Wonder. They're basing the system name on one game of a brand new 2D Mario franchise, mind you. New Joy-Cons with Hall effect thumbsticks. Joy-Cons use magnets to attach themselves to the Switch 900p OLED touchscreen front-facing camera. Another one on the backside. The Switch dock works without a Switch connected, but only to look at your game catalog, Switch eShop, and apps like YouTube and Hulu. Switch can wirelessly connect to the new dock. New Pro controller with a small touchscreen. OG Switch cartridges can be inserted into the Nintendo Switch Wonder for verification, but it requires an internet connection to download a modified version of the game. Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon will come with a day one patch that will improve performance and reduce loading times. For Tears of the Kingdom, the loading between shrines and the open world are completely removed. Now, all of this sounds fine and dandy, like sour candy. The last thing, it requires an internet connection to download a modified version of the game, so then theoretically speaking you could just borrow your friend's Switch games and put them into your car. Or is it just a one-time thing, and that would make the whole used market for Nintendo Switch games null and void? I'm surprised that Nintendo Switch has this, or Nintendo themselves have this alleged technology. But in theory, this doesn't all sound like terrible. It doesn't all sound bad. But we all know, everyone watching this video knows that this is bullshit. This is an actual thing. Like, nobody's sitting here believing it, but it keeps getting upvoted. People want this to be a reality. People want this to be a real thing. People want Super Mario Wonder to be the first 4K game. They want a 900p OLED touchscreen, because God forbid you go with a 1080p one like the Asus ROG Ally. 256 gigabytes gets you is costing you $500 for the system. That's not a lot of storage. Storage is very cheap nowadays. You couldn't throw, 512 to say the absolute least. Like, this sounds okay. You get your performance patches for Tears of the Kingdom, your performance patch for Pokemon that was allegedly promised to you from Nintendo. They were going to work on it. And then 8 months later, you're still playing the same version of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet without a performance patch. But it hits all the check marks. It hits all the check marks. And people believe this. People are making videos on this. This is front and center of the Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit forum. And things are just spiraling out of control. Like, I get it. Speculation is fun. It's fun. I enjoy speculating on stuff. Talking about rumors and stuff like that is fun. It's fun. But I feel like if you're doing it every day, and this one story is counteracting your other story that you just talked about a few days ago, no matter what you do, whether you're a website, whether you're a YouTube thing, it's kind of like, well, what am I supposed to believe? Am I supposed to believe all of these? Like, I don't know. The fact that people still think that this system is coming out in 2023 behooves me. There's people that expect an announcement this week about the new hardware that's coming out this year, because of the fact that Jeff Grubb had said that he had heard there was a July presentation for Nintendo and not June. So because we got a June Nintendo Direct, instead of just being like, oh, well, maybe they decided to change the date of the Direct. Obviously, it came towards the tail end of June anyways. Usually that's more so towards like the first week or two. This was like the third week of June. Okay, well, maybe that's that presentation. No, people say, well, there's got to be another one. It's got to be a big one. There's Gamescom coming up. Okay, cares about Gamescom? When did Gamescom become this huge thing with unveiling announcements and showing off brand new stuff? They're going to show stuff. The Switch games that they talked about this year. Super Mario RPG, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Not everything has to be, you know, this big grandiose explanation. Sometimes you have to look at the more logical situation and sort of assess it and look at it and be like, okay, well, this is probably what's going to happen here. You know, this makes the most sense in terms of logic. But when it comes to this stuff, people don't like to use logic. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this today because I just found it fascinating how a forum that banned MVG for being a fake leaker because he said that he had heard that Banjo-Kazooie was going to make a splash at Xbox. I think it was 2021. It was supposed to be at that E3 presentation. But that's bannable. But talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 Wonder system, Wonder Boy, that comes out in October, that's fine. We all believe that. We all like what we hear with that. Crazy stuff to me, man. I don't know. I'm an emulation YouTuber. I'm the emulation king. So what do I know about this? Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section down below. Are you already tired of Nintendo Switch 2 stuff? Because I kind of am. But it's not going anywhere. So you need to buckle in. And, you know, if we get something that actually looks tangible from a multiple reputable sources, not Zippo, not Nikki, maybe we'll talk about it. Or else I'll just have to come along with these videos and negate what everyone is saying. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.